Cut across to brand expert Harish Bijoor, who is a true Kannadiga, true bred Kannadiga, speaks the language, is born and bred in Bengaluru, is a Kannadiga himself. Thanks, Harish Bijoor, for speaking to India today. We're looking at this violence that panning out in Bengaluru really raises questions on what happens to brand Bengaluru. How would you perceive the images that have really grabbed headlines over the last 24 hours?
The visuals I see panning out on television channels really painful. Looking at the fact that nameplates are being brought down in several locations, and the accent seems to be violent. And I do believe Bengaluru is a city which is a non-violent city. The Kannadiga is an all-embracing person. We are very inclusive as a people, and to an extent, taking the law into our own hands, creating an environment where people are worried, not a great thing to do. And I do believe at all costs this must be avoided, because this issue is really about maintaining the peaceful equity of Bengaluru. Brand Bengaluru is considered to be that. We are considered to be a Bisi Bele Bath city, and Bisi Bele Bath is our own version of a khichdi, which is really to say that, at the end of the day, we are a city which attracts people from all over and we live together peacefully. When it comes to language, however, I've always believed that Bengaluru must be a bilingual city. We must have Kannada and we must have English. These two languages will take care of us, because at the end of the day, extremely important to respect the local language, which is Kannada, and at the same time embrace a language which everybody understands seamlessly, which is English. And I think this has been going on beautifully till this happened. So I think extremely important to embrace the peaceful embrace once again and avoiding this fracas. I do believe even this shall pass, as everything does.
But Mr. Bijoor, it's of course nothing to do with Kannada not being prioritized. If that was the case, then this would have been done in a more civil manner. The KRV activists here clearly indulging in vandalism more than activism. It almost looks like this is an attention-seeking tactic, more or less. But coming to the crux of this issue here, how do you really strike a balance between upholding and prioritizing Kannada language, Kannada culture, yet at the same time inviting businesses? Bengaluru is known as a global IT hub. You have businesses of all kinds from all parts of the world. How do you strike that balance?
Language, we need to understand, is a passion. Language is something that needs to be respected, and to that extent, I do believe if there are rules and laws which says that name boards of establishments must have a percentage of English and a percentage of Kannada on it, so be it. It must be followed by all businesses. Well, in some cases where it's not been followed, I believe it's time for notices to be delivered to them and for rectifications to be done. Because please note, language belongs in the hearts of people. And at the end of the day, respect for the language as afforded by everybody is reciprocated back by a people. When it comes to the debate between English and Kannada, I do believe both belong to us. I'm very, very proud to speak Kannada all the time. I'm equally proud when I speak English with my Kannadiga accent. Because, a language belongs not from where it has come. A language belongs to the people who speak it. And guess what? India is the largest English-speaking nation in the world today. And I speak English with my own accent, just as you speak English with your own accent. At the end of the day, English is even ours. So no debate on that. But
absolutely,
primacy of the local language must be maintained. And I think just as long as that's done, everything is hunky dory.